Cheap Not Broke fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button. There we go. I was wondering why the hell I sound like that. Boom! There we go. Cheap Not Broke fam, welcome back. Thank you for tuning back into the channel. It is another Thursday. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. And if you haven't, please go vote. Go vote. Early voting is early voting is about over or something like that. Because you know they want people to vote. I saw they're burning ballot boxes and all that stuff. They really don't want people to vote. Make sure you go exercise your right to state your opinion, and not only vote for the president, go vote for the laws, because there's a lot of local laws in your city and in your state that are changing that will impact you some way, somehow. So don't think it's all about the presidential election. That's all they're showing you. There's going to be a lot of laws that are going to change in your city and your state. So make sure when you go vote, who gives a damn about the president? What's going to happen in your county? What's going to happen in your city? Make sure you're paying attention to that. All right, let's get into it. Hell, I've been there. I've been there a few times. I lost my job. Now what? What the hell do you do? Some people have never lost a job. Some people have one job their whole life and everything is great for them. Some people have had the opportunity. Well, you know what? I want a new job. I'm going to find me a new job while I got a new job. And some of us, they just, hey, it's Friday. Hey, this is your last day. Here's your last check. Here's your vacation. Get the hell out of here. That happens. That happens to people too. So what do you do when that stuff happens? Because you never know when it's going to happen unless you are on a contract and you know you have to get paid the full value of that contract, which means if you're on contract, they're going to pay you the remaining value of your salary. Most people are not. Most people, hey, we're on 2 week agreements. You work for 2 weeks, you get paid. Then you do another 2 weeks. Oh, you think you're here? You think you're just here? No, the hell you're not. You're on a 2 week agreement. You work 2 weeks, you get paid 2 weeks. You work 2 weeks, you get paid 2 weeks. And if they decide to end it, bam, those 2 weeks are over. You get paid for the last 2 weeks, and that is it. Well, sometimes they'll cover you. Well, they cover you. They, by law in most states, they do have to cover your health care for the remaining 30 days. I realize California, they do have to pay you out your vacation pay. Other states, they do not. So it's a lot of different stuff out there. But here's the thing. 5 things that you need to do when you lose your job. 5 things you need to do. Number one, hey, the first thing you need to do is figure out, do you got any benefits, and figure out, do you have severance? Do you have any money? Is any money coming your way? That's the first thing you need to do. You got to get the money. You got severance. Ask, well, do I get any severance, and do I get my vacation? First thing you do. I know it might be upsetting. It might be, this might be a company you've been with for a long time. Whatever the case, it don't always have something to do with you. Sometimes they be messing up top, and they got to let people go because they're not managing the money correctly, and everybody down on the bottom is affected. That's how it goes. So don't get stressed about it. Hey, where's your money? Because you're going to need that bread. Where is the money? Do I get severance? Do I vacation? First thing you need to ask. That's it. First things you need to know, where the hell is my money? All right? Because that's what you're going to need after you get over, after you feel, oh, man, they let me go. Let me tell you something. Whenever you get fired Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. After the weekend, come Monday morning, you're going to be thinking about that money. You're not going to, you're going to have a clear head. I need money. You're going to look at your account. Okay, how long I got to make it? What I got to come and do? That's first thing you need to do. Figure out where the money is, okay? Number one, where the hell is my money? Same thing. We're going to also roll it up into number one. Do I get unemployment? Do you get unemployment? Because you need to file for unemployment to get that rolling. Whenever you get let go, bam, that following week, you need to file for unemployment. That's going to carry you through. Okay, you get severance if you get it. You get your vacation. You get unemployment. That money can carry you about 3-4 months, depending on what your financial situation is. Some people don't have any money put up on have an emergency fund. We'll talk about that. But you got to get the money. Secure the money. All right. That's what you're there for. Who cares who your friends are at the job? Who cares about any of that? Who cares if you love the company and they've been good to you for the last how many ever years? Well, they're not going to be good to you no more because they're not paying you. Get your money, number one. Also, last one, number one, you got to make sure you roll over your 401k, whatever you got. You got a 401k. If you got some people, now the job likes to offer you a life insurance policy, but that life insurance policy is only valid while you're working at the company. You might have to roll it over to another, and it might cost you a whole lot of money. So if you got a life insurance policy, you got a 401k, you got to get that rolled over. And two, make sure your benefits happen. Because if you got something happen, if you get fired, you got to go to the doctor like that month. You got to go get everything straightened up. They're going to cover you for the probably remaining. If it's 1 month, they're going to cover you 30 days. So if it's the middle of the month, they'll probably cover you the next full month. I think different state, different laws, but in California, they have to cover you the full 30 days. So they cover you. You got to go make sure you go to your doctor, get what you need to get your prescriptions, and that's it. So you got to take care of the money first. Yes. There we go. Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, all that good stuff. You got to get it rolled over. All right. You can't forget about that because you'll forget. You forget you got this money. I got sent I used to work for AutoZone. They sent me a check for some money 3-4 years afterwards because I forgot all about it. I was contributing because when I signed up to contribute to my Roth IRA and all that good stuff. They sent it to me years later. So now I know I got to go get that too. All right. You got to get your 401k. You got to get your Roth IRA. You got to get your unemployment. You got to get your severance. Just take care of the money. Get all the money you can. Make sure you know what's going on. Now, like I said, it's the first time this has happened to you. You're not going to know all this because it's like, what? Oh, my God, I've been let go. What am I going to do? Not me. I've been there a few times. All right, cool. You let me go? No problem. Hey, it's been nice. Y'all going to cut them check? Can I get the check today? Can I get the money today? Good. All right. I appreciate everybody. I'm out. You move on. You update your resume. Move the hell on. All right. You're here for the money, not for the people. You're not here for all that. Okay. Number 2. Second thing you got to do is this. You got to update your resume. Don't sit around waiting to update your resume. Man, get it going right now. Why you got to update your resume right now? Because you still remember what you did. You got to, okay, what did I do here? Or if you're cool with your boss or somebody, because listen, it don't always be your direct superior letting you go. It be other people letting you go. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Whoever you work with, your boss or somebody in the department, hey, listen, what all do we do here? You need to update your resume. Make sure you got, the correct skill set so you can go get that money. Go get the next job. Because this job funds the next job. Believe it or not, this job will get you paid more than the next job. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because what are you going to do when you go somewhere else? You'll get paid more money. More money. However, you got to make sure you put the correct things that you did to help you make more money. You don't want to just be, oh, well, I didn't do much. You did a lot. Get creative. Get on ChatGPT. Update your resume as soon as you can. And you got to get that thing out there. All right. This isn't a relationship. You don't need no 60 days off. I need time to myself. No, the hell you don't. You got to get your butt back out there. We got to get back on there. Okay. Halftime is over. We got to get back in the game and we got to score. All right. We don't have time for all that. Some people want to sit around and mope and, you get a call. Well, do you have your resume together? No, I don't. Now you got to wait a whole day. Now you got to sit around and think about, well, what did I do? You got to screw around with the formatting of your resume. It can be a lot. And you don't want to have to be rushing to do it. You don't want to have all that done, ready to go. So when the job's done, update that thing so you can get it on sent out. All right. Now, like I said, this ain't supposed to be happening to you all the time. Unless you work contract job. I work contract job. That's just how it goes. You got a permanent job, it shouldn't be happening to you all the time. But when and if it does, hopefully never, but if it does, you just got to have things ready to go because you never know. You might get an opportunity. You might get a call right away. And you want to have everything up there because once you get on LinkedIn, you put up open to network, fair game. People are going to start calling you and getting on you. And they're going to be ready to talk to you and see what the hell you got going. All right. So you got to make sure you got to You got to make sure that. And two, another thing is this: reach out to people. All right, let a couple people know what you got going on. Hey man, I'm looking for a new position. You don't have to tell them you got fired. You don't have to say, oh, I lost my job. I'm looking for a new position. I'm trying to make some more money, man. Looking for a change. That's all you gotta say. I'm looking for a new position. I'm looking for a change. You don't tell people, man, I lost my job. Blah, blah, blah. They don't need to know all that. Because then people ask why, what happened. Hey, things aren't what I need. Where they at? I mean, things aren't where I want them to be. Where I'm at. So I'm looking to go elsewhere where they're better. And that's it. Keep it simple. Don't tell everybody your business. Everybody don't need to know you got fired, all that stuff. Or sometimes you just got laid off. Because sometimes the company ran out of money. Some of these little companies, they run out of money. It happens. Or they overspend. You saw it during COVID. It doesn't matter the company's size. Unless the government, they don't let everybody go. They don't let nobody go. Government, they not let nobody go. Why? Because they got tax money. Hey, we're going to take money out your check. We always got money to pay our people. Everybody else, it's different. It's different. Hey, if people stop shopping with us or something happens in the market and change, we're out of gas. All right? Number two. That is number two. All right. Make sure you update your resume. Make sure you update your LinkedIn profile. All that stuff. Because I got called about a job and they're like, hey, your dates don't match your resume on LinkedIn. I said, well, who gives a fuck? They said, well, we do. So I had to update that. And it just puts you behind. And you just don't want to have to be in a stressful situation where you got to rush to update this stuff. It's stressful, man. Hey, well, I want to submit you for the job. HR call you. Well, can you submit your resume? Now, you got to think now. Other people are trying to compete too. You got other people that are sending that shit in, their resumes in as well. So they already ready to go. You don't want to fall behind the 8 ball. You don't fall behind the 8 ball. So you want to have that thing ready to go, update your profile, all that stuff. And let your people know, let your network know, hey, I'm looking for a job. Because you might have some old coworkers. They might think you're good. Nobody knows what's going on. Oh, man, well, I'll be on the lookout. Next thing you know, you get a call 2-3 weeks. You get a call in 2 or 3 weeks. And that's also 2.8. Lean on your network. All right. Every job, I got a couple jobs just from people I know. It's not always going to come from, submitting your resume, getting on all these job sites. That's a lot of competition. Sometimes you got to call somebody you know, and they can help you. They can push your resume along. They know what's going on. They know the criteria. They know everything. So lean on the people you know. Don't feel ashamed to tell people you lost your job. I didn't lose my job. I'm looking for a change. Nobody ever needs to know that. I'm looking for a change. I'm looking for some new opportunities. I see the job market has changed. I think I can add some value in the job market. So I'm looking for a change. That's it. Because it's embarrassing. Oh, I lost my job. People, what happened? What? Don't worry about all that. That's all you need to tell them. All right, and move on. Okay, and after that, number 3. What is number 3? Number 3 is you got to update. You got to update your skills. You got to figure out, because if you're going up for a new position, a lot of times I moved up to the next job, and sometimes the job you at, I'm not gonna say sometimes, most of the time, damn near all the time, the position you're in is not going to teach you what you need to know to move up. What are the odds your manager is going to teach you everything they know so you can get their job and move up? Or not even that, teach you what they know so you can move on to the next job somewhere else. Hell, it's not even enough time. It's not even time in the day. I used to always complain about this at my job. I said, man, why can't we ever do some cross training? Why can't we ever learn what everybody else knows? Because I know what I know. I don't need to know anything else. I'm pretty good at what I know. That's why I still got my job. But I need to know what they're doing in finance. I need to know what the accounting manager doing. I want to sit in on the P&L meetings. I want to sit in all that. And I'm like, well, blah, blah. You gotta budget. You gotta gripe. You gotta let them know, hey, listen, man, I'm trying to learn some other stuff because I'm not gonna make no money doing the same thing. Sometimes you gotta ask coworker, hey man, what you doing? How you do that? Ask some questions. Well, you need some help with that? If you need some help, let me know. And people pass you off some work and you can learn some new skills. You gotta have some new skills to make more money. And that's the time to learn it. You can sit on YouTube and learn some stuff. People sit there and explain it all to you. And look, sometimes you don't have to be an expert. You don't want to go too far out your wheelhouse and be on some stuff that you ain't never done before. But you might have an idea. You may not have done it, but you're capable of doing it. Sometimes you get hired in a job. I haven't done everything, but I learned. I mean, I know the basics. I know the basics of this stuff, and I learn how y'all do it. So update your skill set. Go figure out what the next position has got going on. You might know how to do it all. And you've been so busy doing what you've been doing, you never put your head up and realize, damn it, I can do that. I might be able to do that better than you. But if you don't know, and you don't know what's needed, you can't do that. You can't do that. All right? Because we always trying to climb the ladder and make more money. Yes, 401k. Yes, 401k TSP are good to have. Yep, that good old retirement. That good old retirement. Because listen, tell you something. The pension plan is over. There is no pension plan. Ask your company, are you going to have a pension plan? We'll match your 401k. That's what they're going to do for you. And nobody's going to say, well, sign up for the pension plan. 20 years, you're going to get a pension. Nah, man. Most companies are not giving pension. Hell, how many companies are going to be around that long? And they change management so many times. And then you're publicly traded. So if you're publicly traded, the money goes to the stockholders first, not the people with the retirement. No, you guys are last on the damn list. We don't care nothing about y'all. We don't care anything about y'all. Okay, number three. Number three is, well, this is my list. This is my list of things to do. Find a recruiter. Find somebody to help you find a job. All right. There are a lot of people out there, recruiting companies. There are a lot of staffing agencies that will help you find a job. Hell, they'll help you fix your resume. They'll help you do everything because they get a commission off of you finding new work. Now, some of these jobs lead into full-time opportunities. You need to be clear on that. Well, how long is it going to take? Because they'll keep you there for 6-7 months, and you'll think, I like this job. You'll pass up on something else. Nuh-uh. That happened to me one time. One time I was working a contract job. I thought I was there for 5 months. I thought they were going to hire me. I interviewed for this other job, and they were like, well, do you want to take it? I didn't take it because the job, I thought I was going to get paid more money. So I passed on the other one. Ended up getting let go 2 weeks later. I'm like, what the hell? I thought they were going to keep me. They're like, nope, they didn't, because they realized what happened was, I found out later, it was cheaper to hire someone else, because if they would have hired me from the staffing agency, they had to pay like a $10,000 fee. They could have found their own person cheaper. So, yes, they like me. I can do the job, but it's about saving money. And if you can hire somebody and save $10,000, that's what they did. So they let me go, brought in somebody else. I found this out years later. I was like, man, I rented a cat. I ran into a guy who worked a job. I was like, man, I thought they were really going to hire me. He said, yeah, well, this is what happened, turns out. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't know. I mean, well, I'm not going to reach back. Well, why didn't they hire me? I just move on. I just keep it moving. So it happens like that, it's just how it goes. You're expecting them to hire you and they don't hire you. It doesn't work like that. But finding a recruiter, somebody to help you find a job. These people because some companies, they don't want to go do the work themselves. They hire an agency. The recruiter, he creates a pool of candidates, and then they present them, and they vet the people beforehand. They ask you all the questions. Do you have the skill set? Everything they need, and then they present them to the hiring team. Because sometimes if they're doing it on their own, they'll get a lot of riffraff, and then people don't have time for that. They just rather pay the money and let everything get filtered out, which is what your recruiter's doing. He's filtering you out, and then if he does present you, he's speaking on your behalf, which means what? They're going to speak positive. They're going to speak a lot of good things out. They're going to highlight you. They're going to make you a star because they need that money. They're getting paid on commission. They're hourly, but they want that commission. And when you work, as you keep on working, they get that commission. So finding a recruiter is not a bad thing. You got to find a recruiter in your field, though. Like I work in accounting and finance, so I find accounting and finance recruiters. If you work in, operations, ops, you got to find somebody operation, marketing, law, whatever your field is, you got to find a staffing agency in there. But if you put it on, hell, I put my resume on LinkedIn, man. I mean, Monster, I got a ton of calls. Like, hey, is this spam? Why y'all calling me? But there's a lot of recruiters. So these people out there, you put your stuff out there on the job board, somebody will call. Even on LinkedIn, you'll get some calls. And just know what you're looking for. Be upfront. These people will talk your head off. Hey, so we got this great position. We really think you're a good fit. What is your skill set? What are you looking for? Where are you trying to work? Hey, how much y'all paying? No. I get right to it. How much is it paying? Because they'll talk to you 5-10 minutes and we don't talk about no pay. Tell me what the pay is, and then the conversation can continue from there. You're not about to waste my time and then find out, oh, this position don't pay enough. Nope. Tell me what I'm paying. Listen here, buddy. This is what I'm looking for. And then if you find something in that position, call me back. But don't be calling me with a bunch of stuff that don't pay enough and I'm wasting all my time talking to you. And we know this is not going to lead to anything. So when you do deal with a recruiter, be upfront. How much you want to make a year? How much you want to make an hour? And let them be that. Don't negotiate with them. Hey, well, we can get this. I can get you this. Well, One guy told me, well, a little bit less is better than nothing. I hung up. Man, fuck off. You don't know my situation, buddy. Don't tell me that. Don't get on there telling me less is better than more. Man, you know what the hell I got to pay for? Talking about taking less money. You don't know my skill set. Because if you did, you would look at my resume, and I'm not doing that. So don't let nobody talk you up out of how much you should be making. When these recruiters call you, I make this. This is what I'm looking for. Nothing else, nothing less. Now, if you want to scale back and negotiate, let that be your situation. Let that be what you want to do. But don't let them people have you thinking you hard up broke. You on the you about to get put out on the street tomorrow, and if you don't take this job, you're gonna be up Shakes Creek. Don't let them make you feel like that. Had a guy call me. What? A guy called me one time. He said, "Hey, we're talking about the job." He said, "Why you don't take job? This job good. Why you don't take job?" I said, "Man, what you mean? I've been talking to you 10 minutes. What do you mean why don't take the job? This job is very good. It help you. You make money. Take care of family." I said, "First off, I don't have a family, and this is not enough money." And I hung up on his ass. Get off my phone. Get off my line, man. All right. Personal experience. That's what happened to me. Another thing you got to do is number four. Hey, take some time off, man. Take some time and relax. Yes, you got to run back and get the job. You got to fix your resume, but you ain't got to run out there. Yes, fix your resume. Do that over the weekend. Now, all right. Now, let's be clear here. It depends on your situation. If you have an emergency fund, you got a little money put up, you can do that. You can sit around for a week and not stress. If you know you need the money and if you know you're going to be in a bad situation, you got to get back to it. So number 4 is pivotal. Some people, if you have the time, take the time, regroup. What do I want to do? What's next? What's out there? If you don't, you might got to go. You got to go back to plan steps 1 through 3. Get your stuff together, find a recruiter, update your resume. You got to do that. But if you got number 4, if you got your money saved, if you're being cheap, not broke, you got your money emergency fund, you got your credit cards paid down. You got your finances in order where you can still live and not have to stress about where the next check comes. Because some people, their last check is it. They living literally check to check to check. They miss a check. They missing out. They missing a meal. They missing some stuff. Some stuff will get cut off. People are really living like that. And some of these people make good money. They make $200,000, $300,000 a year. Living check to check to check. Here nor there. If you got the money, take some time off. Now, if you got unemployment and it can cover your bit, take a little time off, figure out what you want to do. Now, don't go out there and go do no dumb stuff spending money because you don't have money coming in. So don't do that. I'm not telling you to go take a vacation. I did that one time, but I quit. That's different. If you quit, that's a whole nother show. Quitting your job is a whole nother show. Getting fired, you don't do that. But if you get fired, you got some time. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a little time. I'm going to figure out what the hell is going on. No, I wouldn't go on vacation. I wouldn't do anything like that because you didn't plan. You didn't plan for that. But hey, you don't have to rush out there and go take you don't have to go take the first thing in front of you. But you got to know where your finances are. You got to have your budget together, which is I got my budget. I'm going to be introducing my budget next week. I'm going to be introducing my personal budget, everybody. And my travel budget. I got a travel budget I just built for. It's amazing. So if you're traveling, this budget is going to really help you see how much you spend and how much you shouldn't spend. It's going to be, it's really dope. Spent all weekend building this thing, whole 2 days, and it's great. It's really going to help you see what you can and can't do, when you can and can't do it, even before you go on vacation. So you're not going to make any mistakes. All right. And number 5, what is the last one? The last step that you need to have on when you get fired. Okay. Number 1, what did I say? Update your resume. Number 2, you need to reach out to your I didn't write my damn steps down. Number 1, you got to update your resume. No, I'm sorry. Number 1, you got to get your money. I'm getting all the steps confused. You got to get your money. All right. Get all the money. Get the most juice from the squeeze. You know the saying, get the most juice from the squeeze. Number 2, you got to update that resume. All right. You got to update resume. Don't take long. It don't take long. That would take 15, 20 minutes. The reason you don't want to wait is because you don't want to get a phone call and get caught with your pants down. I got a call. I don't have my resume updated. You can't do anything. All right. You don't want to do that. Number 3, reach out to your network. Find out Find your recruiter. Find somebody that can help you. Find that somebody that can help you figure this out. Find your recruiter. Reach out. All right. Find somebody who can help you find a job. 4, take some time off if you can. Take some time off. Restructure. Rethink what you want to do. Can I do this? Can I do that? Really take a hard look at your budget, because you're probably gonna have to, depending on your situation, you might cut some stuff off. You might get rid of some things, but that's not a bad thing. You're reorganizing, getting all your stuff back together. I was always told you were supposed to have 6 months of mortgage saved if you lost your job. Whew, easy said than done. Yes, that's true. Perfectly true. Phyllis Hall, that's perfectly true. You're supposed to have 6 months of mortgage saved, but if you can save 6 months of mortgage, then you can save a lot more for everything else. So I always think a person who can save like that probably would be in a better situation, because they know, I got 6 months laying around. That's easy for me. 6 months, no problem. So if you got 6 months of mortgage laying around, you probably have an emergency fund. You probably have some investments. You probably got some money, some cash stashed away for whatever. Just, those people are responsible. But yes, you should have a few months saved up. Rent, mortgage, you should. You never know. You never know. All right. And number 5, the last thing you need to do when you lose your job is be cool. Be cool, man. Just be cool. All right. A lot of people go crazy. They think the world is falling apart. It could be an opportunity, man. Sometimes, look, unless you're working 2 full-time jobs, you don't know why. Now, I believe in God. I don't know about everybody else, but I believe in God. Now, sometimes God will move you from one situation to another situation, and you don't know why the hell is going on. It might be bad. Like, what is this? Why I lost my job? But next thing you know, you're making more money in a better situation, and things are working out. So you got to manage your emotions. You got to manage your emotions. You can't be out there, the roof is on fire. No. Figure out something to do. You got to find something to do with your time. Me, when that stuff used to happen, I used to go exercise a lot. I used to go run, go to the gym 2 times a day. I just work out more. I just do a lot more exercising, go run, work out. That's what worked out for me. It's a free activity. Didn't cost me any extra money. What else would I do? I would do that. And of course, I'm always making content and stuff. I would just find something else to do in my time. However, I had to learn this over time. Now, when I first got fired, I was on hell. The roof was on fire. Ah! I'm fired. Oh no, I'm going to be homeless. It's terrible. But I had to learn to manage my emotions over time. Like, all right, cool. Number 1, if I got money, who gives a damn? If I got money, if I got the 6 months mortgage put up, if I got 6 months of expenses, who cares if you get fired or not? I got money. I'm all right. I'm good. I'll find another job in a month or 2. I'm straight. I'll figure it out. If you don't have money, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay everything? You're in this situation. So it really boiled down to number 5. If you got money or not, that's going to determine how cool you can be. If you don't have no money, you're going to be stressed out. If you got some money saved up, you're going to be good. Hey, I got a little time. Let me see what else is out there. What's best for me? Maybe you want to start your own business, which is not easy. Maybe you want to get something started and then go back to work to fund your business. Do that, because before you're just working. Now you got a business idea. Now you're spending a lot less, and the more the money is going back into the business. So you're putting equity into your business. There's a lot of stuff you can do out there. When I got fired at one time back in 2018 from my finance job, I took 6 months off. I was on unemployment for 6 months. I got my severance money. I got my vacation money. I had money already saved. So I had 6 months worth of time. And I took a flight to New York the next day. Well, no. Okay, that's the time I quit. Nope. No. Okay, when I got fired, yeah. So now I took 6 months off unemployment. I got my unemployment for 6 months, and then then COVID hit. I went back to work because while everybody else was starting unemployment, I was ending my unemployment. So, and I already found a job, and they didn't fire me, so I couldn't get unemployment. So that kind of sucked. And people were making more unemployment than I was working at the time. Ain't that a bit? But yeah, I just played it cool. I'm like, all right, I got 6 months. I had my budget together. I paid off some stuff up front, so I didn't have any lingering bills, any debt that was going to kill me. I got it down to just the expenses and my utilities. I went to Small Business Development Center. I was going to classes in person when they had them at the time. And I was good. I was making some money doing some comedy on the side. I was doing some background work, doing some acting. And I was straight, man. I was good. It was good time. I wasn't making nowhere near as much money as I was. However, I didn't need as much money because I tightened up my budget. I had money saved, and I was good. I didn't need all that. And I had other things to preoccupy my mind and my time, so I wasn't worried about spending all that money. And it worked out. It worked out. It was probably one of the best situations that happened because the first time I used to use my jobs, I used to freak out, just take anything, but I didn't have my money together. I didn't have no budget. I didn't have no emergency fund. I didn't have a couple $1,000s saved up. I didn't have nothing. Now I got a couple $1,000s saved up. You lose your job, all right, cool, man, no problem. I'll find something else. Now, I'm not saying I can sit around and feel like that for 10 months. No. But damn it, I'm not going to jump ship next week or the week after that. You shouldn't be feeling like that. But like I said, you got to take care of your money. You got to make sure you got what you need. And because like I say, situation right. And not even that, any expense can arise. It's not always losing your job. Life happens. Sometimes you got to spend an unexpected amount of money. And you got to have another way to pay for it. And that's all I'm going to leave you with that. All right, everybody. Hopefully you know it. There are 5 things you need to do when you lose your job. Last one, be cool. Be cool. Don't stress out. Number one, make sure you get the money from the job. Number 2, make sure you get that resume updated. Number 3, make sure you reach out to your network. Number 4, take some time off if you can. If you can't, make sure you get your ass back to work. Number 5, be cool. No matter if you got a job, money or not, you got to be cool because that stress will drive you crazy. You can't think, you'll make bad decisions. You find yourself in a bad spot. Trust me, I've been fired quite a few times working in contract jobs. Man, the people fire you at lunchtime. You come back from lunch, hey man, what's going on? My laptop won't start. Oh man, because they're letting you go. Shit. It happens, and it's part of life. It's all good. Doesn't mean you're a bad employee. It just means it's time to go somewhere else and make more money. And that's what we'll leave it at that. All right, everybody, let's go to some interesting news. But first, we got to take some bills. Here's some words from our sponsor. What's up, people? Thank you for tuning back into my channel. I got some new merch for you. I got hats, I got mugs, and I got the new Cheap Not Broke shirt with the patch on them. This stuff is official. I got it hot off the press, sewn on just for you. I got black, red, and white. Head over to cheapnotbroke.com and grab your merch.
Hit the like and subscribe button and go to cheapnotbroke.com.
All right, it's time for interesting news. And you know what? This is a near dear. I feel some type of way about this article. I've been talking about shrinkflation for some time, and some people are now, they're taking it to the next level because shrinkflation is a real thing. People think they're playing out here. Listen, Subway is sued for grossly misleading ads for sandwiches bursting with meat. Now, everybody knows, if you've been to Subway, you've been any place, the sandwiches don't look like this. You know damn well the sandwiches look nothing like that. Nothing like that. All right? You've never been there. Oh man, what's going on? What's going on? Get out of the way. Get out of my way. You've never been there and the sandwiches look anything remotely like that. This is a lie, okay? They don't make the sandwiches look like that. Nothing like that. Look closely. You see all that meat hanging off the bread? No. This has been made. This has been handcrafted. Look here. They make them subs in like 10, 15 seconds. They ain't doing that. They're not doing that. And they damn sure don't give you that much meat. The meat is weighed. It's pre-weighed. I used to work at Subway. It's pre-weighed. They know how much meat they're going to give you long before then. And it's not that damn much. You think they still be in business if they're giving you that kind of meat? Well, these people said, you know what? We had enough of your bullshit and we're taking to court. This is especially concerning, the complaint said, because the inflation and high food prices, because many lower income consumers are struggling financially. Yes, they are. And you're lying to people. You're lying to people. You got them coming in there thinking they're going to get that big ass sandwich, and you give them a house burger, a little house sandwich. You know, you get one of those damn sandwiches that you get when you go into summer school. That's what Subway's doing. Anna Tulsa, the Queen, said she paid $7.61 for a steak and cheese sandwich at her local Subway, not realizing that the fast food chain ads sold the sandwich that contained 200% more meat. I don't know how they can put a percentage on it, but look at that. And she said other consumers would receive. Her lawsuit seeks unspecified damages for New Yorkers who bought sandwiches in the last 3 years for Subway's alleged violations in state consumer protection law. Damn right, Anna. Take their ass to court. They playing with you. They playing with our money. They playing with poor people. You got everybody thinking we gonna come in here and get these little $5 subs. Listen, and if you owe the Subway franchise, I feel bad for you. You can't make no money off no $5 sub. You got Jersey Mike's. Their smallest sub is $10. You can't compete. You just can't compete. So shout out to them for taking them to court because they are playing with people's money. They playing with the poor person's money. I'm not one of them because I don't eat no Subway. I eat Jersey Mike's. But I'm saying I wish I did because I would have got on that lawsuit. Shout out to them because you shouldn't be cheating people and you shouldn't be cheating people out their money. Another food article. Costco recalls salmon in the latest Listeria contamination fear. I don't buy salmon. I like Costco, but I don't buy any seafood. I got some bad stuff from there one time too. Costco is calling salmon after supplier warned that it could be contaminated with Listeria just days after wholesale pulled meat, poultry items from its shelves over fears it could be contaminated. So if you're going to Costco, don't buy your salmon there. Look. You can't buy seafood from everybody. All right, I don't buy my seafood from Walmart or Costco. I go to a nice Asian market out here because they know how to do it right. It's fresh. They fillet the fish right in front of you. I appreciate that. All this pre-packed stuff, it ain't good for you. All right, find a fresh place to buy your seafood. Don't be buying that stuff from Walmart. Man, they're no good. It's no good. I'm trying to tell you. You want to get your seafood at a nice place that's good, fresh. Yeah, you might pay a little more money, but that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna be better for you in the long run. Trust me. What you don't pay at the grocery store, you'll mess around and pay in healthcare costs. You got to spend the money some way, somehow. All right. And next, what else do we have next? We have some other story. Man, now my damn thing don't want to come on. Like my internet don't want to work. What's wrong with my internet? All right. Oh yeah, we got another one. House of Cards. Real estate giant pushes out boss after probe into sexually charged work culture, rape allegations, and another star. Hey, these people going to jail. Howard Lord, president and CEO of parent company Vector Group, resigned on Monday as Douglas Elliman's executive chairman. So this guy, oh man, I don't know what he was out there doing. Something he had no business. And it's funny, you know, that nobody's getting the attention that P. Diddy did. Nobody. All these people, and these guys are probably way more powerful because they got businesses. They got other people who are propping them up. They got share prices. So, hey, Cat Williams told y'all, he said, hey, this will be the year of reckoning. And it is. Hey, but listen, when you're playing with the money, they're going to expose you. Hey, this guy, they only fired this man, probably not because of his behavior, because he was affecting the money. When you affect the money, they let you go. Look here, Diddy didn't get arrested until everybody would stop doing business with him. Now, if they would arrest him while people are still doing business with him, your business would have taken a hit too. But by the time he got arrested, we're no longer associated with him, and that doesn't affect our bottom line. Inform him, show him all. Thank you very much. Thank you. So yeah, let's not act like nobody's moral. Oh, we're doing this for the rights of humanity and women and men and black people. No. When you mess with the money, they're gonna let you go. Hey, why is Diddy in jail? He was messing with somebody's money. They're not, because look how long this stuff has been taking place. It had nothing to do with the man's behavior. Not this long. Money. It always comes down to the money. Why do you go to jail for selling drugs? Because you don't pay no taxes. Ain't got nothing to do with selling drugs. They don't care about that. They care about you didn't give us our cut. Your ass is going to jail. That's what that's all about. So, yeah. Put his ass in jail. These guys got to go to jail. But you know what? They're just not getting the public scrutiny. And that's what I don't like. They don't get the public scrutiny. Now, when it's other people, celebrities, they drag them through the mud. But when it's these CEOs, they quietly resign. They get a big ass check. And I don't even know if these guys even go to jail. I don't even think this man's going to go to jail. Probably not. So it is what it is. But hey, that's what rich people are for. What's wrong with these rich men? They got some freaks or something. They all doing all this other stuff out there. They either cheating people or they doing some stuff to some people, putting their hands on people they shouldn't be. Bunch of rich I don't know, rich villains, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get banned. I don't want nobody to get a strike on my video, so I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. But yeah, that's wild. What other story we got for you? Washington, what's the last one I got for you? Oh yeah. Um, Washington Post hit with over 200,000 cancellations after move to block Harris endorsement. Now, why do I want to bring that up? Well, number one, they're losing money, but here are we now in a society where you can't if I don't like the candidate you're voting for, that reflects on who you are as a person. Not at no point in time are we discussing what a person's individual needs are. I thought we vote based off on what your needs are, not on what the person is. I mean, there's politics. There's laws being passed. There's a lot of things going on. It doesn't matter who personality is. It matters about what benefits do you have for me. What benefits are you trying to take away from me? Now everybody's making it all about the presidential election. What about all those state and local laws that are going to be on the ballot? It's going to be a lot of stuff on the ballot. I know out here in Los Angeles, they're trying to mess around with the rent control. A lot of people depend on rent control because you don't have no rent control. Your rent can go up overnight, and they'll be have more people on the street. So a lot of stuff is not just all about presidential election. It's about policy. It's about the laws that are going to affect you locally. It's about your taxes, other stuff. So don't just think it's all about that. It's about a whole lot of other stuff, whole lot of other things. But make sure you go vote. Make sure you go vote. Don't just not go vote. And look up some of these people before you go. You ever get to the ballot, be like, who the hell is this? Well, I'm just going to vote because I guess I like his name. I don't like my politics coming down to I like his name or not. I like to vote for somebody based off of who they are and what they represent. Now, a lot of times I don't always know that, but however, you do got a little time. You got ChatGPT, you got Google. Look some of these people up, find out what the hell they're doing and how they're going to affect you. You might be voting against your own interests, and nobody wants to do that. None of us wants to do that. All right? Boom. That's what we got. That's what we got. Y'all hit that like button, hit subscribe button. We've been kind of quiet on the comments, y'all. What the comments at? Has anybody lost a job? Has anybody lost a job or been through this situation? And how did you weather the storm? Did you find out actually things were better on the other side or not? I saw this video. Reason why I know this topic, I saw this video. This lady said she's applied to 150 jobs. She hasn't found anything, which is crazy. But I believe it. It happens to people. It happens to people all the time. So, but what we want to do is put ourselves in the best situation to get a job. And, unfortunately, it just comes down to an 8x12 piece of paper that determines can you make it or not in American society. 8x12 piece of paper. That's all you got. They don't evaluate who you are as a person. None of that. And then you get 3 interviews. And that's it. That determines whether you're going to keep making a living or not. So, unfortunately, that's how the system goes. But, hey. Oh, Brad Murray. Hell yeah. I lost mine a month ago. Man, sorry to hear about that, Brad. Sorry to hear that you lost your job, man. Especially around the holidays. It sucks to lose it around the holidays, man. But hopefully you're in a situation where you can weather the storm and you'll get back out there pretty soon. And yeah, man, I've been there. Lost my job around the holidays. I got fired after coming back from vacation, which sucked. Really sucked. Because I spent all this money. I'm coming back feeling good. And now you're like, dang it, I shouldn't take the vacation. But how would you have known? You've been saving up, planning for the vacation. Now you're taking it. Come back, the job gone. Now I feel like I shouldn't have spent the money. But how the hell would I have known not to spend the money? Bam! My man said he got enough bread to last for a while. Boom, get it up for Brad. If I had the clap button, a round of applause, get it for Brad. He got enough money for last for a while. That's what I'm talking about, man. You got enough money to last for a while, so you're not stressed out. You're not stressed. I'm like, what am I going to do? I got to go drive Uber and do all this other stuff. Nothing wrong with that. However, it's just nice to not have to rush out there and go do some shit that you don't want to do. It's very nice. Very nice. Thank you for commenting on the show. Welcome to the show, Brad. I think it's your first time here. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and shout out to Brad. Everybody shout out to Brad for making sure he got business taken care of. Because, hey, he said he got some bread saved for a while, so he's going to be good. And that's a nice thing to have. Now, when this happens now, you don't go do no extra stuff. Just keep doing what you're doing. No, I wouldn't go plan no vacation. No. Now, you got the holidays coming up. You got to manage. I wouldn't I'm not going to go buy no extra gifts and stuff like that. And look, don't feel pressured. Somebody says, you're not gonna give me anything. Nah, man. Hey, man, I'm looking for a new job right now. So, I'm trying to keep everything subtle. If they don't understand that, oh well. Don't let nobody pressure you feeling bad about what you can and can't do, or people going to do things for the holidays and you're just not doing it. Hey, look, we're just blessed to be here. People who really care about you and love you are just going to be happy you're here. They don't care about you spending no money on them. Some do, but those aren't your people. Bam, I'm ready for a new job anyway. Exactly. And you know what? You can't find a new job if you have to owe it. And sometimes you would never quit that job unless they let you go. Because you know what? I'm good. I've been making money here. I know what I'm doing. I don't have to learn nothing new. I'm straight. But sometimes life just takes things away from us and replaces it with something better. And a lot of times it's better than what the hell we even thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to make this. One job I went for, I thought I was going to make this. I lowballed myself. They ended up paying me like $10,000 more. I'm like, whoa. Because things were in store for me better than what I had intended for myself. Hey, my family's small, so it's good. That's great. Small family, small good, because trying to feed 10 people and not work, that's stressful. So that's good, man. Everybody show some love to Brad, man. Brad got his stuff together, not stressed. Like I said, but you want to get back out there. The only thing about losing that job, though, is that health insurance. That's the only thing I really don't like about losing a job. You lose your health insurance, and it's super expensive to pay out of pocket. I was paying out of pocket 2 years ago for my health insurance, man. Look, it was kicking my ass. And I was paying on the low end. On the low end, it cost me $756. I said, you know what? I'm just going to take my chances out in the field. Because I wasn't going to the doctor like that. So I'm not paying $756. So yeah, that's the only downfall about losing your job is the health insurance. You do lose that health insurance. They do pay that for you, and you don't realize how much your health insurance, your employer pays on your health insurance until you got to pay it all by yourself. And I'm talking $756 monthly payment. I'm not talking no copay. I'm not talking no prescriptions. I'm not talking nothing. Just $756 a month just to say I have insurance. And that was to go to the doctor like 4 or 5 times a year. It was terrible insurance for $756. I paid it for 4 months and I said, fuck it, I'm not paying it no more. I could I afford it? Not really. Not really. I couldn't afford it. So, hey, shout out to Obamacare. Got more people paying more for health insurance than what they should be. And you got to pay a penalty if you don't have it. So if you don't have health insurance, they penalize you for that. How that's helping me? Oh, where does that money go? To the insurance companies. But we're not here to argue about that. But like I said, it's an unfortunate situation. People losing their jobs. It is a part of life. Nobody really talks about it. They always tell you about to get a job, but nobody talks about when you lose it. What do you do in between? How do you make that work? You got to be stacking money. And no, you're not just, I'm saving money in case I lose my job. You just have an emergency. You just have some money, emergency fund. Just something happens. I got some money laying around for it. You don't, just I got an account in case I lose my job. I got an account for, it's the emergency fund. It's emergency, pull it. Manage it, because you don't want to run through that money too fast. And when you do get your job, you got to put the money back. That was a loan to yourself. Love yourself enough to pay yourself back the money. If you borrowing money from it, jot it down. Hey, just keep a little running tab of how much money you borrowing from yourself. You got to put the emergency money back now, because then it'll be all gone. So when you get that new job, you got to put it back. Like, all right, hey, the emergency fund was there for me. I got to be there for the emergency fund and put the money back, because some people forget that. They get the emergency fund, they spend the money, and they don't put the money back. Especially if you're making more money than what you were before at a new job, you got to put that money back. You got to put that money back first, and then you got to increase it. Not only do you got to put the money back, you got to increase it, because you know better now. Like, all right, I was here, I needed this, it got me through. Let me double up for next time. That's what you got to do. It's not easy, but it's got to be on the priority list. When you get a new job, replenish the emergency fund. Replenish that thing. Put more money in there. That's how you get it. You get your first income tax. That's what I like to do. Emergency fund for me, just throw your income tax. I like throw my income tax checks in there. Throw them in there. You don't need that money. You didn't need that money. You don't even know how much that money is going to be until you file your taxes. Put that money up. Let that money draw some interest for you. And put some money in an emergency fund. Easiest way, some people, that's the most money they're going to get, lump sum they're going to get all year, is that tax refund. Put that money up. Put that money up. Let that money fund your retirement. Nobody says that now. Every year you get a tax return. Your tax return can fund your retirement. Can it not? It can. It can, because that's a lump sum of money, right? You get $2,000-$3,000. All right, then put some of the money up. Now you keep a little bit, spend a little bit on yourself. Spend a couple $100 on yourself. Now look, when I get my tax return, I take like $200-$300. I'm cheap, not broke. I take $100, $200, spend it on myself, and put the rest up. I don't need it. I don't need that money. Or what you gonna do? State and federal. You got state. Put the state up. Spend the or no, hell no. No. Can't do that. You got to put them both up. Nope, I can't tell y'all that. Put them both up. Save a little bit. You get 1,000, 80-20. You get 3,000. Give yourself 300. You get 10,000. Give yourself 1,000. Put that money up. That's the largest amount of money some of us are gonna get all year. Stack your income tax checks up. Because other than that, what you're getting, unless you got a side hustle, that's all your money you're going to get. That's the extra money. That's the extra money for the year. And it come up early. Some people go piss all their money away during the holidays and they use the income tax to dig out of the hole. No. Put that money in an emergency fund or invest it. Boom. That's what you're going to do. That's what you do. All right, everybody. That is our show for tonight. Hey, shout out to Brad Murray, man. I appreciate you being honest. I appreciate you, saying what you said. You lost your job, but you got your money stacked up and your family's taken care of. I love to hear it. That's cheap, not broke. And that's why I talked about this tonight, because it can happen. It's a real thing. You stack your chips, you ride, you weather the storm, you get you a bigger and better paying job, replenish the emergency fund, move on. You move on with life. And then when the summertime come around, take your vacation. And you look back on that and say, next thing. Hey, and then it becomes a story to tell. Like right now, I've been through all this. Now it's just a story to tell. Put that money back. But when you do get that new job, when it's time to go on vacation, you got to take one. I got to treat myself. You got to go spend all that money. Just go treat yourself. Treat yourself. Hey, we're only here for a good time, not a long time. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. All right. Shout out to Brad Murray, man. I love to hear it. Anybody else, if you're going through the same situation, hey, I gave you the 5 tips. Last one, the number one most important tip is number 1, get your money from the employer. And number 5, be cool. Because listen, man, look, I used to be a hard person to deal with. When I lost my job, I didn't tell people. I used to keep it to myself. I was very irritable. And I used to push everybody in the way because I was so caught up on the money. My money was who I was, but I didn't have no money. I had no identity. That's a bad way to live. Terrible way to live. You're not the money. You spend the money. You are not the money. You make the money. But for me, I wasn't making any money. I didn't have an identity. I don't have no money. Who am I worth anything to? That's not how you want to live. It's a poor way of thinking. That's a poor mentality. That's a poor mentality I had. I don't have it anymore. But I did have it at one time. Had to get up out of that. All right, everybody. Thank you for following me tonight. Follow me at Cheap Not Broke. If you like donate to the Cash App, please donate to the Cash App. All the money goes back into the channel, goes back into t-shirts. It goes back into hell. I gotta get up off StreamYard. So these last couple weeks on this setup, StreamYard has got to go. They raised the price on me. They went from they doubled the price. So I'm moving over to something called Ecamm. So things might look a little different. Hopefully they'll look better. But I'm moving off of this software. They're charging me too much money, and I'm not paying it. So, StreamYard has been real, but we're moving on to Ecamm. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We'll be back Wednesday night with the Wednesday night rant. And then we got Thursday night. Thursday night's going to be the travel night. So Thursday night's going to talk on travel. So we're going to turn Thursday night. I'm going to brand Thursday nights into the travel night. There's always good stuff to travel. Travel's always got good stuff going on. So we're going to brand that as travel night. And hell, we might end up with another night. All right. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Phyllis Hall, Shauna 5378, and my man Brad Murray. Shout out to Brad Murray out here not working and still making it happen, taking care of his family. Brad about to double his income. 6 months from now, he can be like, hey, check it out. Lost my job, making more money, shit smooth. That's how I love to see it. All right, everybody, take care. I will see you all Wednesday night.